Well, I did a little research on A Hard Day's Night, the movie, before starting this video, and man, interesting plot. I'm not gonna lie. So, bye guys. Welcome to Leave Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am, and this works out perfectly. We're working through the album A Hard Day's Night on Patreon right now, and if you're watching this video, sometime, if you're watching the day premiere, it should be side 2 will be popping up on Patreon. But our patron Pet wanted us to do 3 cuts from, I think it's the movie A Hard Day's Night. Basically, it all is them trying to get to a performance, basically, I guess, or a midnight matinee or something like that, a TV show performance. And then I think we're watching 3 clips of that. The songs are Tell Me Why, If I Fell, and I Should Have Known Better. I think I know Tell Me Why and If I Fell. Maybe I know I Should Have Known Better. I guess I'll have to hear it. Some of their earlier songs, I have not heard all of them. All the later ones, I've heard most of those. But, the Please Please Me era, basically Beatlemania, that whole, I'm still working through that part of it. So let's enjoy this together. As always, hopefully you enjoyed Rubber Soul side 1 and side 2. Thankfully, I got those videos up and they didn't get taken down. They took all the money, obviously, but hey, it's okay. At least it got up for you guys to watch. So I'll link the Beatles playlist up there. Here we go. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you are not. Beatles, Tell Me Why, If I Fell, I Should Have Known Better, A Hard Day's Night. 3, 2, 1, go.
Tell me why you cried and why you lied to me.
Beatlemania.
Tell me why you cried and why you lied to me. Well, I gave you everything I had, but you left me sitting on my own. Did you have to leave me oh so bad? All I do is hang my head and moan. Tell me why
It's you guys.
you cried and why you lied to me. Tell me why you cried and why you lied to me. If it's something that I said or done,
Guitar in this is so good.
tell me what and I'll apologize. If you don't really can't go on, holding back these tears in my eyes. Tell me why you cried and why you lied to me. Tell me why you cried and
Harmony,
why
man.
you lied to me. Well, I'm laying on my bended knees. If you're
Ringo's killing it.
my please. 'Cause I really can't stand it. I'm so in love with you.
This looks awesome.
If I give my heart to you, I must be sure from the very start that you would love me more than her. If I trust in you, oh please don't
Wow.
run and
Contrast.
hide if I love
I haven't seen that in a while.
you. Oh please don't hurt my pride like her, 'cause I couldn't stand the pain, and I would be sad if our new love was in vain. So I hope you see that I would love to love you, and that she will cry when she learns we are two. 'Cause I couldn't stand the pain, and I would be sad if our new love was in vain. So I hope you see
The harmony's just on point.
I should've known better with a girl like you, that I would love everything that you do.
There we go. Just happy to be there. I love it.
And I do.
Oh, that harmonica.
I never realized what a kiss could be. This could only happen to me. Can't you see? Can't you see that when I tell you that I love you, oh, you're gonna say you love me too. Oh, and when I ask you to be mine, you're gonna say you love me too. So I should've realized a lot of things before. If this is love, you gotta give me more. Give me more. Hey, hey, hey. Give me more.
The footage is amazing, honestly. It looks great.
Whoa, I never realized what a kiss could be. This could only happen to me. Can't you see? Can't you see that when I tell you that I love you, oh, you're gonna say you love me too. Oh, and when I ask you to be
What a voice, man.
you're gonna say you love me too. You love me too.
I know it's a movie, but still. That crowd's crazy. I'm guessing those are the guys who got them to the concert or something like that. That's so funny to me. It's the same guy who directed Superman 2 and Superman 3, I think. Richard Lester. That footage, obviously it looks great because it's a movie shot on film. But man, that was so cool kind of like seeing the like control center too, you know, and like they're changing like the, not the opacity, like the whatever it's called. See, I was so young when they had those, because my TV, I remember the old bunny ears ones, we had the contrast on it, a couple of my old TVs. But that's very, very cool footage. And like I said, the plot, I kind of read up a little bit on it. It just seemed like it was very interesting little hijinks to get them to this, you know, performance or whatever. And I bet that's like not even a great representation of what like actual Beatlemania was back then. I bet it was insanity. I mean, like hysterical screaming. Like I understand why they went and, you know, basically went studio only, because you go out to a show, try to play, you can't even hear yourself. Like, what's the point, you know? But they had such huge droves of devoted fans, even to this day. 60 years removed from Beatlemania, the actual year. Like I always say, there's still chuckleheads like me on the internet, and plenty of other people who are listening to their music and enjoying it for the first time and loving it. And I think that's awesome, because not that many bands have staying power like that, because especially with the attention spans and stuff these days, like people forget major news events that happen a week ago. It's already out of their memory. You know what I'm saying? So you have to leave some sort of impact on people, especially like the pre-internet stuff. You know, like the Beatles were such a massive, like I always say, like a crater the size of Britain. You know what I'm saying? And they left smoldering ash everywhere they went. You know, they dominated the music industry, and everyone tried to be like them. You know, and I see why. They got it down to a science basically. But also, if you've got John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr in one band, and George Martin producing it, It's so funny. I wish I could like talk Beatles with a year ago Lee. You know what I'm saying? Who didn't know like anything about him. It's funny because I got things, you know, wrong, obviously, because this is my first time hearing them, you know, back in, like, the first couple of videos. And I feel like I know so much about them now but I still don't know shit. It's the funniest thing. Like, there's so much detail to them. It's crazy. So, the 3 songs, what did I want to read? So, there was a bunch of different, I guess, songs that they did. There's instrumental versions as well. They did obviously the album as well. We did that, half of it, and the other half you'll see it tomorrow. I'm looking at the movie. There was something about the movie. So the plot is this: the 4 Beatles evade a horde of fans while boarding a train for London to film a televised variety show concert. En route, they meet Paul McCartney's troublemaking Irish grandfather, John. Before arriving in London, the band entertains some schoolgirls and plays cards with their manager, Norm, and road manager, Shake. They are quickly driven from the station to a hotel and begin to feel confined. And it just goes on, and hijinks ensue. And then they go. I'm guessing that was the end of the movie. I don't know exactly. Guess you guys can fill me in. But like I said, a very interesting plot. It sounds like. I don't know if I could swing the whole movie, but maybe one day, man, I can do a movie or something. I think out of all those, I think I really like the guitar riff and Tell Me Why the most. I'm guessing that's George doing that. It's such a great riff in that song. And then the vocals throughout, man, the harmonies in the 64 stuff is just wild. And Please Please Me. Obviously, the harmonies are great later down the road, too, when they used them, but they didn't, like, rely on them as much as they do in the earlier stuff. And it's a good thing to rely on, though, because they have got such, like, just pitch-perfect harmonies. John and Paul's voice together, it's like peanut butter and jelly, bro. Like, it really, really is. It's just meant to go together. And any one of them can just break off and sing on their own, and it's still, they wouldn't skip a beat, basically. You know, the instrumentals aren't as solid here, obviously, because it's, you know, it's a movie from 64. You don't have the production of like an album like you would from like A Hard Day's Night, but it still sounded really good. Ringo was going in on that second and the third track. Honestly, all 3 of them, he was great. Every Beatles song, Ringo is a star. Seriously, like, he really, really is. I think that's one of the major things I've learned over this past year. He is so integral to their sound. Like, there's just not, I don't think any other drummer could have done the exact job that Ringo did for them. Because he's a very precise, and he seems like he's laid back and chill, but he's so into it. It's kind of funny how unfocused but focused he is. But like his fill, everything that's not unfocused, but he's just such a cheery, I'm happy to be here kind of guy that you can't help but love him, you know. So like I said, yeah, the riff in Tell Me Why, probably my favorite part of all of it, other than the harmonies. You know, and then, like I said, I'll be finishing up side 2 of A Hard Day's Night on Patreon today, hopefully. I'm excited because it's been a fun album, and I love seeing these guys. You know, just especially with footage like this. Are you kidding me? Like, this is like a dream for a new Beatles fan like me to actually see them performing like that, even though it's for a movie. You know, it's still cool to, you know, get an experience of what their shows were kind of like. You know, I think that's and it came out at like the height of Beatlemania, I think in 64 too. So they were capitalizing on stuff quick, and that's smart. Good for them, man. So hopefully y'all enjoyed that. I thought that'd be a good little Beatles Sunday. Like I said, we did the, you know, Rubber Soul stuff just a couple days ago, so I didn't want to go too overboard with the Beatles stuff today, like 3 days later. But I thought you guys would enjoy this on a Sunday if you're watching day premiere. But since I've got copyright strikes, more than likely you're watching this on like Wednesday or Thursday, because that's when they release the videos, like 3 days later when you got strikes. So whatever. So if I had to pick a song out of those 3, I'll go with Tell Me Why is my favorite. Excellent track, but all 3 are really good. Thank you, Pet. That was an excellent video. I had a great time as always with the Beatles. They are they're the best for a reason. So thanks for watching. If you have any other recommendations by the Beatles, leave it down below. And if you want to watch full album reactions to Abbey Road, all the ones that aren't on YouTube, they are on my Patreon. We've got a lot of them, a ton. All right, bye.